In 2016, we bought a boat we aptly called Mood Swings to travel to remote fishing destinations. Our travel plans were put on hold, however, when our online fishing business took off. It's now 8 years down the track and we are finally heading off on our longest trip yet. Hi, I'm Ryan Moody, this is my wife Karen, our 2 sea dogs, my mate Everett, our friend PJ and our fishing weapon, the Blue Boat. Departing from Cairns, join us on an eventful trip south with an unexpected ending.
Previously, our extended trip south to the Swains was cut short due to a split water tank. Yesterday, we were devastated. But today is a new day with new hope. Hello, Dee. How are you?
I'm good.
So, your boilermaker's in hospital, your travel lift operator is going on holidays, and your mechanic's having a breakdown because of the workload, but you might be able to fit us in.
No. He works down in Lucinda. He works for
Yeah.
and he could probably work from Lucinda or come up here if you wanted to come up and use one of the pontoons. But give him a buzz. He's been up here and worked for the Lucinda guys. He makes all instruments and dashboards and does all like skin fittings and he does all that sort of stuff. And I think he does a little bit of glass work too. So give him a buzz.
Righto.
Tell him that I've given you the number.
Yeah.
And that we're in a pickle. We just are not going to be able to get to a job like that.
Yeah.
But if he wants to come up here and do it, or whether he wants to do it in Lucinda, because Pete just said the easiest way it's going to be, pull the tank out, take it to NAS, see if it's a fixed job, whether he can just weld it or whether he's got to build a piece for it, and then just slide it back in there, put it all back together.
Okay, all right. And he's at Lucinda, which is bloody handy because we're at Lucinda.
Exactly. So he might say, bring it straight over and I'll pull it all apart now and you can take the tank straight away.
Yeah.
And, so give him a buzz, see what his availability is. But I know he was working for Shane and Shane's boat's only just left here because Ty was down in Lucinda doing an alignment yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
So, he's around.
All right, cool. Thank you, darling.
No worries at all. Good luck. Let me know how you go and if you need a booking.
Yeah, we'll do.
On a pontoon.
Cheers, we'll do. Righto.
Too easy. Okay,
thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, good throw! And he's on. Yay!
First go.
First go, well done.
Bring him in through the marlin door.
Who said those lures don't catch? See, all the mouldy bread, I was getting rid of the mouldy bread and I hang the bottom, I tried to flick it out, but the whole thing just went with the weight. And then buggered it up and then Ryan caught it with the lure. So yeah, well done. Stop the pollution, doing on plastic in the ocean.
Oh, well, got to use Ronnie's new rod.
The boys gave me a challenge last night when we were heading back from Townsville. I said, I think we quit too early.
I gave you a challenge.
Yep, and Ryan said, well, if you can get the boat fixed in 2 weeks, I'll buy you some diamond earrings. And I said, you're on. But we were all a bit pissed off yesterday and I think we just didn't we should have slept on it. But you were worried about the weather and, you know, my dad, who was an airline pilot, said when in an emergency situation, the first thing you do is sit on your hands. Do nothing, assess the situation. And we sort of went, we've got to get a boat back to Cairns to fix it. And
well, everyone I know in the marine industry at the moment,
is there.
You can't do nothing for at least 2 to 3 months. So that's why I'm saying...
So he didn't think we'd get it fixed in Townsville?
So if we take it back and get it done in 2 or 3 months, we're not going anywhere anyway because it's the middle of cyclone and monsoon season and storms still as well. At the moment, we've only got storms and trough lines and stuff like that to worry about.
However, I've made some phone calls. I've taken up the challenge to get the boat repaired in 2 weeks. for my diamond earrings.
It's motivation time.
Yeah.
You know, you better not hope it's 15 days.
Actually, you know what? I don't want diamond
you
earrings.
miss out.
I don't want diamond earrings. I want the ding in the back of my Porsche fixed.
It's 2 weeks from when I said yesterday.
2 weeks
Right.
from yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clock's ticking.
So you better hope they're on your side, baby.
South to the Swains may still continue, where the woman is taking control of the project
There's a thread. There's a thread there.
for diamonds.
Said with conviction.
Did I say diamonds?
You said diamond.
Did I say cubic is okay?
No, you said diamonds.
I said zircon
And-
too.
Broken stubby bottle?
And
Just polished up.
I like my diamonds like you like your boats, big and flash. And there's 2 ears. You may regret what you said, baby. You may
All the
regret
ding
what
in the
you
Porsche.
said.
Oh, well,
I heard
you'll
as
just
well.
drain my
Ding in the
bank.
Porsche.
Yeah.
Ding in the Porsche.
Yeah.
Well, you'll just drain my bank account. That'll do.
Well, I drain your bank account anyway.
I know you do. This thing drains it too.
This thing is the biggest drain.
You
Anyway,
walk out
I've got work to do. I've got a
yeah,
challenge to win.
Go on.
So
going
give me
fishing
my
with the tide.
notepad and
We're
my
gonna go fish on
phone.
the finger mark.
Yeah.
Give me my notepad and my phone. Stephen needs to sleep because he got eaten by mozzies all last night.
Welcome to Australia.
I'm just checking availability for people in Cairns because if it's going to take weeks to fix it, we're going to be living on a boat with no water, like no water tap, no nothing. Then we've got to stay in a hotel, which is going to be, expensive in itself. So if I can get some availability in Cairns, then I'm just got some plans, plan A, plan B, plan C, and plus we have to check credentials, doing structural work because it is a bulkhead he's going to be cutting into. So, yeah. So I'm just doing my homework before we decide on a repairer.
Well, we decided to give any fishing a miss today due to the extreme heat. Give me a chance to catch up on a few chores on the boat, and Karen gives her a bit more time to earn those diamond earrings by chasing up our repairer. But we did enjoy a beautiful dinner, another lovely sunset, and some great tunes.
Righto, we've just come into Lucinda. It's pretty shallow and the channel changes all the time. Everett and I were just on the tow rope just in case Ryan had to reverse really quickly, so we wouldn't go around the props. But it was pretty uneventful. It's quite high tide. Do you want me to move forward?
I'm just going to go forward.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
getting.
And then we'll set the fenders up on the other side and the ropes.
Yeah. And we're just coming into Lucinda to top up on water. The fishing lodge have kindly let us tie up on their pontoon just briefly to fill up with water. Then we've got a fellow coming to look at the water tank to see his availability and see if he can fix it. So here we are in the beautiful Lucinda, and just about to tie up and get eaten by mosquitoes.
Okay, tied up here at Lucinda Fishing Lodge here in Lucinda. Great little facility if you want to come and stay. You know, pontoons and everything. We're just going to fill up with water. Wait for a guy to come down and have a look at the water tank, see what's involved and see if he's got the time to do it. If not, we're going to head to Cairns and stick her in the pen and book her in with a shipwright and wait a couple of months and do something else. So
We want to thank Emma from
yes, we want to thank Emma from
allowing
Lucinda.
us to tie up here and use their fresh water temporarily before all the guests come. So thank you very much, Emma from Lucinda Fishing Lodge. Well, they were not really nice blokes. They've been following us for quite some time and came down to say good day. Couldn't believe it when we turned up out the front. And so, yeah, it's always nice to catch up with people that have been following us for a while. It almost feels like they know us, hey? It's like they're like friends, yeah, it's lovely. Just sussing out Lucinda to see what the facilities are, because if we get this water tank repaired here, we won't have any water on the boat, so we'll be living on a boat with no water. So most of the place is booked out because it's so close to Hinchinbrook. It's a really popular little fishing town. I haven't fully investigated that yet, but we're just having a look to see if there are public showers we can use if we get stuck here for a week on the boat with no water while the repairs are taking place.
I was just looking at fiddler crabs and he yells out, "Mud lobster!" They're rare as.
Rare mud lobster.
I have never seen one in my entire life on the bank during the day. The only time I've ever seen mud lobsters is fossilised ones up in the Northern Territory, like Anson Bay.
Up there.
On the beach.
We went heli fishing. We saw them, they were everywhere.
Yeah. Mud lobster, they are nocturnal, that's why. So this guy's
Coming home
a
from
party animal.
Yeah, he's been out all night, shaking off a hangover.
When I looked it up, they build mounds 3 metres high.
Wow.
What?
And they are a huge pest in fish farms and prawn farms because when they build the embankments to hold the water in, they go in there and they dig around in there so much. They undermine it all,
Wow, I didn't
pull
know
all
that.
the mud out,
Yeah.
stick it on a pile, and then when the pressure gets too much, it breaks the dam.
Wow.
So they're the opposite of an American beaver.
Wow,
They are
okay.
destructive and quite a nuisance apparently.
There you go.
And they taste like crap, so don't even bother trying to eat one if you're starving.
Probably make good barra bait.
Very flat.
But you never catch one.
Because they're
He
nocturnal.
would make
never-
really good barra bait.
Yeah.
Barra would snatch that.
Oh, yeah.
Because they love freshwater yabbies and it just looked like
He
a
was
giant
about
version.
4 inches, 4 to 6 inches, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No, he
That
looked
size?
bigger.
Yeah,
Because I went up on the top there and he looked about that long stretched out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we saw him actually doing a bit of mud mining. He was
Yeah.
down there making balls,
So that was absolutely top spotting, hey?
North Queensland mud lobster.
Boom.
Right here in Lucinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan bet me a pair of diamond earrings that I could not get this boat fixed within 2 weeks. Now, I have found a repairer who has a wealth of experience, who happens to live in Lucinda where we were parked, right? And we had his mate's pontoon and we got help with our water tank. It's just everything has fallen into place. And within the next week, if all things go to plan, we will be operational again. So I just have to duck into Ingham to find a jeweler.
Oh, jeez.
Now, the reason why we haven't filmed the whole workings today is because this particular fellow is so up to here with work.
Doesn't need any more.
He doesn't need any more. He's a bit camera shy.
He's actually put some jobs aside to squeeze us
Yeah.
in.
He shoehorned us. Yeah. Really.
So he's going to
done
take
really
some
well.
photos of what he does. So,
Before and after.
but he didn't really want us to film it because he doesn't want to get inundated with work, because that's what happens when it goes on our channels. But so we're going back to Cairns now. He's going to sort out the boat, and we're going to, I don't know what we're going to do for the next week, but we're going to do something for the next week, and then we're going to come back down and see what the weather's doing as to whether we resume our southern journey or not.
Yes, it will depend largely on the weather. We might go up and, well, we got 20 to 25s for the next 6 days. So realistically, we can't do anything offshore. So we may even go up to Tinaroo, which is the Lake of 1,000 Casts. And
We don't know what we're going to do.
Sometimes.
We don't know.
And
PJ, who was in the start of the trip, she is coming down with our truck and the trailer because she's a trooper. She always helps us out and
pick us up
pick us up.
and have the boat sorted, locked up, and head back to Cairns. Who knows if the southeasterly drops out after the next 6 days, we might get a chance to go out and try out our new pillages.
Yeah.
And go up to Port Douglas and go and check out some wonkies or something
Get
up
some
there.
natty
and
guys and
That would be great. I'm been itching to go fishing because we've just been so strapped this year for fishing content due to
Because we've been busy making courses.
making courses and 20, 25 knot southeasterlies constantly with the trade winds. It's just we've just been so restricted this year, like many other people.
And it was a live bait course too, so you weren't actually fishing, because normally we get fishing content while we're making a course because you're catching the fish with all the demo videos. But that didn't happen. No.
So anyway, yeah, we'll head back to Cairns, regroup, do a few things up there, and just play it by ear after that as to the weather.
But what's actually going to happen is we have to cut through the engine room bulkhead, pull the tank out up through the saloon, put some baffles in the tank, repair it and put some baffles in it so it doesn't happen again.
Or if it's shot, just replace the whole bloody thing.
Put it back in and then structurally repair the bulkhead.
Yeah.
And I'm very confident we've got the right person on the job. He comes extremely highly recommended.
Oh, you can just tell he reeks of experience.
Yeah.
Not like that dodgy one we used last time.
No, but we won't talk about that because it upsets us.
No, it doesn't. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone knows he's dodgy.
Yeah, they do know he's dodgy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's if you want to, get a job done, ask a woman.
I must admit, you've done a good job.
Thank you.
Considering all the big places are all booked out for months.
Yeah, it was February, wasn't it, next year?
To stumble across a little gem like this is extremely rare, just like that mud lobster that was crawling up the mud before.
I know.
We'll move on and we'll worry about our journey after the boat's fixed and see whether we still go south or whether we go north.
Yeah.
Or
south,
whatever.
South.
Yeah.
We'll see. Talk soon.
Join us in the next episode where we continue on our offshore adventure. In the meantime, for fishing tips, workshops and fish planner tuition, visit our free training page at ryanmoodyfishing.com. There's a link to the gear and tackle we used on this trip below the video, and to follow along here for the rest of the trip, please like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next episode.